here. That's one of the things I want to talk. Julie, yeah. I got that.
Yeah, man, I've been here 6 weeks.
No.
Trying to catch up to speed, and this is part of the things a lot of communication.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of what we bring to this communication.
Good morning. My name is Alex Barney. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees. Welcome to our service. Unitarian Universalism encourages an open ended search for meaning in life and a commitment to asking our values to shape our actions. We are a pluralistic religion that draws wisdom from many sources. We welcome all people into our community of whatever age, race, class, ethnicity, ability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or religious background. We especially welcome those of you who may be worshiping with us for the first time. We invite you to join us up after service downstairs for coffee and snacks so that we may get to know each other better. Guests are welcome to participate in any activities in our community. If you would like more information about the congregation, or if you have any questions, please ask any board member or Reverend Price. Thank you.
Good morning. Just a brief announcement, a reminder for those of you who have not seen either the online or hard copy of the flyer here that we've sent out. Next Friday evening is going to be a congregational potluck meal followed by a congregational conversation led by the Reverend Sharon Dittmar, who is the Unitarian Universalist Association's regional staff person for congregational life, and she'll be flying in that day to spend the day that evening with us, having a conversation about the congregation, about the interim and transition process, and then spending the day all day with the board. Lucky the board, right? So please come, check online for information. Feel free to speak to any of the transition team people. Would the transition people in the room stand up or wave their hands? I think Hannah is here. I'm not sure who else might be. But if you have specific questions or get in touch. And we are asking that people RSVP, not so we have to have an absolute count, but to give us an idea. And we're specifically looking for information on children, on childcare, so we can provide childcare for families to participate that evening. So that's fairly important. So if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. And otherwise, please respond in one of the various ways that we've offered to do that. So thank you very much. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of believing, as is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. All life comes from water. Life started in the ocean, where it began to take its many and amazing forms. Babies are cradled in water before they are born. Everything that lives needs water, from the smallest plants to the largest whale. From the beginning of history, humans have built their homes and their lives around water. Today we celebrate water, which connects us and nourishes all life. Please join us in our chalice lighting, which is on the screen. Let us say together, we light this chalice on the brink of a new year, letting go. Renewed, restored, ready to live life fully anew. May we move forward with intention. Thank you. And now please join us in our opening hymn, number 12 in the gray hymnal and on the screen. O life that maketh all things new, rising as you're willing and able in body or in spirit.
O life that maketh all things new, the blooming earth, our thoughts within, our pilgrim feet, glad with thy dew, in gladness hither turn again. From hand to hand the greeting flows, from eye to eye the signals run, from heart to heart the bright hope glows, the seekers of the light are one. One in the freedom of the truth, one in the joy of paths untrod, one in the soul's perennial youth, one in the larger thought of God. The freer step, the fuller breath, the wide horizon's grander view, the sense of life that knows no death, the life that maketh all things new.
Please remain standing and join us in our responsive reading, number 729 in the hymnal and on the screen. I begin. You and I, all of us, blew about with the winds of summer. Finding rest in the cool stillness of shadows and moving in the slow, heat-struck rhythms which turn the long hours of sunlight, summer light. Summer is fading backward into memory, and winter awaits in snowy brilliance. We have joys and sorrows and hopes to share, questions, things we care about and want to help make better. Today, we are together in gladness, once more the special community that we call our church, our congregation. So be it. Please be seated. And now I think Aubrey has our message for all ages.
Good morning, friends. If you want to come join me up here, you are welcome. Thank you, Ezra. You could come. Yeah. Yay. Hi, I'm happy to see you all. I missed you last Sunday. Good morning. So today we're going to tell a story of water. Oh, some faces I haven't seen for so long. Today we're going to tell a story about water. And I'm going to need your help. We're going to do some things with our hands and make some noises. You all can make noise, right? Yeah, I know you can. Yeah. All right. So our service today is a water ceremony. And do you know the percentage of our bodies that are water, made up of water? I bet someone, what is it? Right? So 60% about is made of water in our bodies. Gus? Yes, yes, I love it. And the stars have water. Yes, oh, I love that. All right, so we're 60% water, right? And the water in our bodies, the water that we have in our bodies was here when the dinosaurs were here. It was here when the Buddha was here, when Jesus was here. It was here when life began. When life began, the earth was covered with oceans. Can you show me a big ocean with your body? Right. And the first single cell organism was this blue-green algae. And that blue-green algae made oxygen in our atmosphere and evolved into us and cats and dogs and bananas and dinosaurs. We came from the water, right? So the water is our original home, the cradle of life. So we're going to tell a story about water. All right, so let's think so most of our earth is ocean, right? So let's be the ocean again. Big ocean. And every day our sun shines down on our waters. Can you feel the sun shining down on us? And so with the heat of that sun, some of that water evaporates up into the atmosphere, up into the clouds, right? Ready to be released again as rain, kind of like the earth taking a breath. So let's take a deep breath and imagine that water going in the atmosphere and release it as rain. And how about another time? Released as rain. Right, so I'm going to ask you, this is the part I need you for the most. This is when we're going to make some noise. We're going to imagine that rain falling, okay? So, once again, we're oceans. Here we are, we're oceans. And our water's evaporating up into the clouds. All right. Now can everyone rub their hands together a little? So the wind is picking up before this storm, maybe a little faster. And then very quietly, the rain starts. Slow rain. And maybe it speeds up a little. Gets a little bit louder. Do you hear that rain falling? And then it's really pouring. Pouring back down into the rivers. Yes. Oh, and maybe it's slowing again. Oh. Slowing down. The water slows down again. And then the breeze slows down. That water has fallen back down into the streams and the rivers. And those rivers are flowing again into the ocean, into that big ocean, ready to be taken back up into the clouds and released again and shared with our bodies and all the world. I feel so lucky to be a part of that cycle and so lucky to be a part of that cycle with all of you. So let's take another big, deep breath in. Feel that water in those clouds and out and release that water back down. Thank you for doing that with me, friends. And today it's a little different. We're not going downstairs. We're staying up here for service. So instead of walking out with me, you're going to walk back that way with your parents. Deal? Thumbs up? Thank you for sharing that with me.
Money. Money is liquid power. Power of our modern world, and it moves like water through our lives. It flows in trickles and rolling torrents. It eddies, it pools, it gathers in vast reservoirs. As a community of faith and hope, we bring the waters of our lives here to be gathered together, to be used for our common good. We share them today to water the fields of promise, so carefully tended by all of those who've come before us, for those who come with tomorrow's sunrise. In this spirit, let us give and receive this collection for our community's needs with gratitude and joy for the liberal hands and hearts, for they are the seed and the harvest of our hope. Please be generous as you're willing and able. Let us keep in our hearts, our minds, and our awareness all of those joys, concerns, milestones, which are shared with us and those which are kept within the heart. Tess Baumgartner has written in part, God, is water, is piled high in clouds. She is gentle drink of rain, pooling lake, rounding pond, angry flooding river. She is frothy horse-maned geyser. She is glacier on mountains and polar ice cap, and breathtaking crystalline ideas of snowflakes. She is frost dance on trees, and we are drops of God, her tears of joy and of sorrow, ice crystals and raindrops in the ocean of her. God is God, and we are we. Now, I have a little story I'd like to share with you. It's actually something you get to participate in. It's called The Spell of the Rain Gods. It's a poem by Leslie Norris from a very old book called Merlin and the Snake's Egg. Your part is going to be saying the following. The people on this quadrant of the room, you get to yell as loud as you can, I am Can you say that? I'm I want to hear the What that? Because you are thunder. I am I am Come on. You'll yell louder. I heard you yell louder for a Come on. I am All right, so I'm going to point to you, and you're going to do that. Okay? And then you guys, I am boom. I'm boom. Yeah, it's more I'm, it's the contraction, not I am. But I'm boom. I'm boom. One more time. I'm boom. Okay, the kids need to get on this too, okay? And you all have the special part. And I'm Tara. I'm Tara. Can you say Tara? Not Tara. Tara. Okay, loud. I'm Tara. I'm Tara. There you go. There you go. I want it. Think operatic. All right? All right. This is participatory worship. All right? I know that scares some of us, but it's too bad. All right. So I'm going to point to you all, and you're going to go, I'm Boom. I'm Boom. I'm Tara. Okay, we got to make it snappier. Ready? I'm Boom. I'm Boom. I'm Tara. All right. Okay. You don't even have to wait for me to point. Just follow. Okay. You ready? All right. You ready? Are you sure? Take deep breath, cleansing breaths. Okay. Okay. Right. Here we go. We are the rain gods. We are the clouds gathering and muttering and rumbling together, listening to little things praying for wet weather. We are howling through the mountains. We are shrieking through the plains, billowing and bellowing and ripe with rain. We rule the running rivers. We plump the growing grain. And all the trees are ours, for we bring them rain. You should give yourselves a hand. You're gods now. So this is our ingathering, something that has not happened for a while. This is ingathering of water service. I know something this congregation has not done for a number of years. Let me give you a little background on where this comes from, because some people don't know. For many people, rituals provide concrete and meaningful expressions of their lives. As Unitarian Universalists, we are free to create rituals and to celebrate life passages in ways we feel best express our values and our faith. Most of our UU congregations celebrate the beginning of the church year at a service called variously things like Ingathering, water service, water communion. And people generally bring small containers of water collected over the months and then, or used symbolically, pouring waters into a common vessel like we have here. And they symbolically reflect on their inner and outer journeys. But going back a while, some of you may remember these days, in November of 1980, yes, some of us were alive then, a group of 350 Unitarian Universalist women and some very supportive males gathered in East Lansing, Michigan, so not that far away, for the first ever Women in Religion convocation on feminist theology. It was a historic event, for not only was it the first time that UU women had come together for such a conference, but it was also at the opening ceremony that a beloved UU tradition began. Troubadour Carolyn McDade, who many of you know from writing Spirit of Life, working with UU Lucille Shuck Longview, created a special ritual. And here is a part of the account that they have shared. They say, "We were beginning to reach out for new and inclusive rituals and symbols that speak to us of our connectedness to one another, to the totality of life, and to our place on this planet. We moved in an intuitive response to the potential of water as a symbol of women's spirituality. We were working together to create a worship service for the November 1980 Women in Religion Continental Convocation of UUs to be held at East Lansing, Michigan. The universality of water as a symbol emerged as we worked on what became the service to be known as Coming Home Like Rivers to the Sea. As we worked to shape the service, our awareness increased of water's presence and deep meaning in our lives. The water ceremony became the central part of a religious service that broke the tradition in significant ways. It was created by lay women who had long been silent in the pews, and the ritual space was also made sacred by the women themselves. We gathered to worship in an authentic way and liberating to us, not as in a church, but in a semicircle around a large common earthen bowl. It was a ritual of women's being connected to a universal symbol, water, a ritual of women being connected to the totality of life." End quote. Central to that ceremony, all the participants brought water from their homes to be poured into a common bowl, symbolizing their coming together for the event. Many of the participants were so deeply moved by this first UU water ceremony, that they returned home to their congregations and introduced the ritual to their congregations. Now, over 40 years later, this ritual has become a tangible symbol of unity and diversity, held in Unitarian Universalist congregations all over the world. And now we are going to reflect a little more on this. My colleague Dennis Hamilton has written this some time ago. It's called Blending Our Waters. We bring our waters, which have touched the west, the north, the south, and the east, which comes from the sky and from the earth. We bring water that belongs to lakes and streams, reservoirs of fresh water that quench our thirst. We bring water that is part of the great oceans and the seas that circle the globe, teeming with life, the source of all life. We bring water to this place of meeting and sharing. In this water there is new water, formed in the atmosphere daily. There is old water, water as old as the earth, water from which life has evolved over the eons. This is the stream of life from which all life flows. All people are connected by this stream, for it runs through our veins and courses through the stems of leaves and plants. It is the symbol of the cleansing power of forgiveness and the faithful promise of healing love. It is the symbol of the reality of the oneness that unites humankind and all life. May our separate waters join into one sacred stream as we add our lives into the stream of living souls who live out love, work for justice, and hunger for peace. This is a symbolic ritual of our lives coming together here in community. And as we have returned from our exile in COVID land, we are now coming back together in community and rediscovering aspects of it that we had thought lost. This ritual here is a moving meditation on the places we come from and move through and go to together here in community, in shared purpose and actions, in sharing the waters you have brought with you or the symbolic waters we have available in the pitchers on the table. Please line up on either side of the table and pour small amounts of water into the larger water chalice. Afterwards, if you wish, you may come to the second table over here on my right, your left, and write down a blessing that you have received this year and or a blessing you wish for the congregation, and place them in the bowl. And then return up the middle to your seats, holding these thoughts and feelings and blessings and hopes in your hearts and your minds. Please come forward now as you are willing and able. The late Francis Manley has shared with us this blessing of the waters. Blessed are these waters gathered here from far and near. Blessed be the hands that gathered these waters and poured them out. Blessed be the sharing of our lives that makes this community of faith a font of living water for all who choose to come here. Blessed be those whose lives are touched by these waters, that their thirst may be quenched. Blessed be those whose lives are like flowing springs, who bring refreshment to those who are parched. Blessed be this community of memory and hope. Within its coming together and in its sharing of joy and sorrow, struggle and triumph, blesses all who come here and makes these waters holy. Blessed be, and amen. Please join us now in our closing hymn, number 346. Come sing a song with me. Rise as you're willing and able, in body or spirit. The words are on the screen and in your hymnal.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
May the Eternal bless you and protect you. May the Eternal smile on you and favor you. May the Eternal befriend you and prosper you all and all people always. Amen, and blessed be. Let us now extinguish our chalice together as we say, we extinguish this flame, not the light of truth, the warmth of community, the fire of commitment, as we carry in our hearts until they are together. This service is ended, but our service has only just begun. Go in peace. due to my enthusiasm, we missed our special music. So we're going to listen to them play a marvelous piece. Thank you, Arlene. And now the Ukes are going to serenade us. So this is even a bigger spotlight than you thought it was now. And my apologies for being so enthusiastic.
It happens.
Standing by the road with a heavy load from the seats he sold. And when you see your sister falling by the way, just stop and say, you're going the wrong way. Why don't you try a little kindness? Yes, show a little kindness. Just shine a light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street. Don't walk around with down and out. Lend a helping hand instead of down. And the kindness that you show every day will help someone along their way. Why don't you show a little kindness? Just show a little kindness. Just shine a light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street. Why don't you show a little kindness? Show a little kindness. Just shine a light for everyone to see. And if you show a little kindness, you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street.
Thank you.